Hey folks, welcome to another video from GPSmaestro.com. Today I'm going to do a quick video comparing the Motorola Xoom to the Apple iPad. And I thought that I'd pick the Motorola Xoom, even though there have been a lot of tablets announced. The Xoom seems to be the one that most favorably compares to the iPad, or I guess you would say betters it, although I'm going to admit it's a little bit of an unfair comparison, considering that the Xoom is expected to be released around the same time the Apple iPad 2 is going to come out. But I thought this would be a fun comparison nonetheless, since we don't know much about the iPad 2 yet and the Xoom has just been announced. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. The Motorola Xoom is going to run the Google Android 3.0 Honeycomb operating system. It's the first device with Google's tablet-centric operating system, and the iPad runs iOS 4.2. As far as processors goes, the Xoom has a 1 GHz dual-core Tegra 2 processor, while the iPad has Apple's 1 GHz A8 processor. For display, the Xoom is just a little bit bigger. It has a 10.1-inch screen versus a 9.7-inch screen, though the iPad, I'm still going to say, has got the little bit better screen. It has an LED one, even though the resolution is a little bit lower, while the Xoom has a 1200 by 800 resolution. It's still just a TFT LCD display. As far as memory goes, the Xoom has 1 GB of RAM and the iPad has 256 megabytes. For storage, right now there is just the one model of the Xoom, which is 32 gigabytes, and the iPad has 16, 32, or 64 gigabytes, depending on which one you choose. As far as battery life goes, they both are rated exactly the same, with 10 hours of video playback. As far as camera goes, the Xoom has a 5 megapixel rear camera and a 2 megapixel front camera for video chat, whereas the iPad still does not have a camera, though that is expected to change with the iPad 2, and at least from the mock-ups we've seen of it. As far as connectivity goes, the Xoom has 3G. It'll be upgradable to 4G starting in summer, and it has Wi-Fi. And the iPad has 3G and Wi-Fi, and there is just a Wi-Fi only version of the iPad available. And as far as I know, there is no Wi-Fi only version of the Xoom available. As far as weight goes, they are both, again, exactly the same for the 3G models. The 4G model of the Xoom will weigh a little bit more, and the Wi-Fi only model of the iPad does weigh a little bit less than 1.6 pounds, but they roughly weigh about the same. And that's all I've got for you. That's a quick rundown of the specifications of both units, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to learn more, we'll try and keep you up to date about everything we know about tablets, smartphones, and GPS units at gpsmaestro.com. That's www.gpsmaestro.com. I hope to see you over there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.